yourself represented on a global scale, and Netflix is that global scale, and it has amazing teen drama shows like Sex Education. So I was really excited to check it out, especially because it was created by Kelly Kapoor. Sorry, I meant Mindy Kaling. So without further ado, here are my thoughts on Netflix's first ever Indian American teenage drama show, Never Have I Ever. And I would like to say I did not have a reaction that was, oh my god, I love this series, and I didn't have a reaction where I was like, I hated this series. So it was something in the middle where I liked a lot of things and I didn't like a lot of things. So let's start with the pros. The things that I liked in the film are the characters. I thought they had a lot of characters going on. They were really diverse and complex, and a little bit of backstory of each of them was going on parallelly with the protagonist Devi, who is the lead character. And I think it helped to have a lot of different characters because Devi had a lot of things going on for her, and sometimes the audience could get very angry and frustrated with her decision making skills. So it helped to have other characters to like kind of go away from her for a while. So here I think they went a little bit deeper than having the typical high school movie where there are the cool jocks and the boring nerds. The nerds also had different categories based on their interests, and they weren't really boring people. They all had really eccentric characteristics, and we also got a little bit backstory of the supposedly cool jock. One important character in the series is Devi's frenemy Eric, and they're always butting heads, and I actually enjoyed watching their rivalry because at some level, like intellectual or academic level, they are the same. So they burn each other or like diss each other at the same level, and that kind of thing is fun to watch because it's not like saying shit about each other. It's like saying shit about each other but in a really smart way. We also get insight into Eric's life with one episode where we see his backstory, his personal life, and it kind of explains why he is the certain way. And that's interesting to watch because a lot of times we put people in boxes thinking, okay, this person is this way and this person is this way. But this episode kind of makes you realize, like, you know, there's a lot going on to a person and there is more to a person than just that. In Devi's family, there's her cousin Kamala, who has a really nice story progression. There's her mom, who again has a nice story progression. And coming back to Devi, it's not a very likable character because she's always making rash decisions and she's not really thinking things through. But there are times when I related to her, like for example when she had her anger management issues. I related to that because when I get angry, I get like really angry. I related to her not being understood by parents because that's a lot of things a lot of teenagers relate to because it's just a phase. It's also the phase where if you don't have a boyfriend, it's almost like uncool to not have a boyfriend. So these are like small silly things that make teenagehood. The series is Indian American and I am only Indian, but I still related to a lot of things because I feel like Indian parents are the same everywhere in the world. And one thing that was really interesting that the series could do for me was that I was thinking of all the Indian American people that I know, like Mindy Kaling or Hasan Minhaj, while I was watching the series. I could feel like this is something that they went through in their childhood. Like every single time they said UC Davis, I thought of Hasan Minhaj, and thinking that actually made the series more natural for me. Lastly, I think the episodes were interesting because they had interesting themes, and that's what made me curious to keep watching till the end. So let's start with the cons, the things that I didn't like in the series. And first of all, let's talk about the dialogues. I thought the dialogues were a little awkward. They just didn't flow really well. And if that is something that I noticed, it's like the first thing that makes me disconnect from the content. Then there was this voiceover throughout the series, and at first I was like, I don't know if I really like this. But over time, I think I got used to it, and then I kind of started liking it. I also thought the series was a little predictable, and I thought the ending was a little rushed and needed more time because you see this girl throughout the series. There are so many episodes where she's just making mistakes and not learning from them, and she's just making all these bad decisions. So you've been seeing that at the end you want like a cathartic experience. A little bit more progression was needed to be shown because she does change for the better, but it's too quick. And also because you've seen her make the same mistakes again and again, I don't know after you show the end if she's going to make the same mistake again. I also personally would have liked if there was something good or positive going on in her life, but I get why it was a certain way. It's supposed to show that, you know, every single thing in her life is going bad and she's thinking of it that way. So I kind of get it, but I would have enjoyed it if there was something a little bit positive more than just the ending. The last con was that she was reading after and she was actually enjoying it. Like, no. So overall, Never Have I Ever is like a fun one-time watch, and it's like no sex education. But if you're Indian, you're gonna laugh because it sounds like things that your parents would say. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell button so that you get notified every single time I post. And also check out my other reviews, discussions and other videos.